It's been a long time coming. Hello folks, today I'm going to go and praise an Fe2 map because it's a good map. So yeah, I've been pretty negative lately and I just don't want to be as negative as I was before just because, I don't know, my brain is too fried and just kind of burned out from all the negativity I've brought to this world, and it's time I change that. So, what's the map we're going to be talking about today? It's Duskland Enigma. Honestly, it's just great. It's probably one of the most sight-readable maps I've played in a while, and on top of that, the gameplay is just great. It's just consistent and it's very clean. You never feel like there's a moment where the gameplay is awkward in any way, and I can respect that because sometimes I don't want the gameplay to be like stupidly hard, you know? And you know, for a crazy map, I would say this is easier than most, you know? Compared to the other crazy highlights in the past, this is more towards the bottom on the difficulty scale, you know, in terms of the star system. I'm a big fan of the detailing. You know, it's not like up in your face about how well detailed it is. I like some of the stars. I like the brown orange coloring, and you know, while I will say, you know, it's not like packed to the brim with like, you know, trees and boxes and everything. It does have some here and there, but it doesn't bombard you with it like other maps, you know, and I can respect that. And finally, the soundtrack made by Lemmy Lada is just great. For some reason, I don't know, it's like this kind of rock edge that kind of, I think, works well. It's like a um, punk style that I weirdly enjoy. But, I mean, when Domino Contributing remade the Underworld Castle soundtrack, I was like, well, I like this one too. You know, both, I wouldn't say both are similar, but they are kind of in a way, you know? But regardless of that, this map is just really fun, and um, I was kind of surprised to see kind of mixed receptions on this map, you know? I'm not gonna get into that at all, because I don't know, I don't really feel like it. But I will say this, Crego has made some banger maps in the past, so I'm not surprised that I like Duskland Enigma as much as I do. They've made it, I think, Onama Views, one of my favorite Fe2 highlights in a while, actually. Steam Palaces, it's a really clean, insane map, and the gameplay is nice. I think they were a part of Castle of Calamity with like the 70 other people, or I think 69 actually, but that's also a really great map. Um, and also I think they did Year of the Flood as well. Also a great map. Kind of gloomy too. But yeah, like it's just really good, and I don't know, it's just a great map. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going off the dome, going over my cliff that I beat Duskland Enigma in. So I'm just gonna kind of show you the run and just how a normal run would go here. So obviously you spawn in. I would recommend holding W when you spawn in. That goes with most maps, but it is kind of a gamble since the Fe2 spawn, it can be kind of wonky. Sometimes you can spawn on like your camera facing the opposite side of the map, so you might just end up walking off to like the side instead of facing straight on. So like I said, it's recommended, but I also wouldn't recommend at the same time. Just a tip. Anyway, when you continue on, these two jumps are kind of long, and it kind of reminds me of Lighthouse, where the wall jump at the beginning can kind of just end you right off the bat. So you kind of have to approach it, just like jump slightly late here, like that. Um, you might barely latch onto it, but that's okay, you know. Same thing with this truss. You know, as long as you don't jump early, you know, it's fine, but sometimes it can kill you. Trust me, it happens. I definitely haven't learned from experience at all. Anyway, once you get past these two jumps, you have this button they have to press. You can slide, it doesn't really matter. Now this part here with the slide, I do suggest going to the far right because it's kind of like it's like slightly slanted. So let me show you. When you go here, this platform, you kind of want to like jump off from like the tip here to this, I guess the wood plank here, because if you land here, you're probably just gonna face plant it and fall into the lava. But if you go here, it's gonna take too long. You're gonna waste some time. You want to get to the wall jump as quick as possible. Anyway, you got a cool cutscene here with this zip line. I found that pretty cool. It's pretty. Now here's a variant. If you're in the main game and you're trying to beat it and get the badge, there is a variant. It could go on either side, right or left. It can be a problem with fog potentially, but otherwise this shouldn't be a problem. It is better though to have the left variant just because you want to get to the box ideally. Now here, as I said before, you want to jump on the perch and try and land on the box, because if you land on, I guess this, like, I guess perch, I don't know what you would call it, but if you land on it first, you're most likely just going to waste more time, so try and land on the box, and even if it seems steep, it probably isn't, but that's just me. Anyway, you move past it. Now here this button can be a little weird, but yeah, just do it accordingly, you know. Try and not waste a second. Now, once you get past this zip line, I'm gonna be honest, the map gets like pretty easy from here on out. And I'm not saying it's like a cakewalk for the rest of the map, not at all. But I am also saying that, you know, the confusingness is no longer there. I'd say it becomes one of the more sight-readable maps in Fe2 as of late. But anyway, yeah, there are still some tips I have for you. So once you get off of here, there is this box. Go for the box, obviously. There's no variant at all. You can use the wall jump with shift block, or without. I've used it with both, with a bunch of my runs, but with shift block, I think just works better. But it might slow you down if you don't use it properly, I guess. I did record this after the wall jump physics update or whatever. I'm not an expert in that, but it still works. So if that's anything to you, I mean, it's a functioning map, I guess. Anyway, you know, here I do suggest to air dive in some areas, just to save some time, because you don't want to try and adjust your character and like position for your jump, because that's a bunch of baloney. You can just land on the platforms and air dive. Like I said, it's a crazy map. You want to save as much time as possible, you know? Now, here, the box it did screw me up here, but, yeah, probably try and go for this, like, around, like, back here, because you don't want to, like, go towards the side of the box. But I did make a stupid, careless mistake there. Now, obviously, here, you want to go for the left and then the right wall jump. That's just a given, but I don't know. Once again, you want to kind of position your character in a way where you just kind of swipe the button with your arm. I don't do a good example of that there, but it is recommended. Now, I hope you kind of have good ping, just because this part can be kind of annoying. You might just go through the platform. It's happened a couple of times. I don't have a clip, I don't think, but it happens. Trust me. Now here, wall jump and this button. These are pretty self-explanatory things. Kind of a flashback to the beginning. It's just, I don't know. When you're kind of in a rush and once you're like consistent and have already made it past to this point, you know, these jumps are actually kind of easy. But it's just the beginning. It's kind of like it catches you off guard. But with here, it doesn't, because you're kind of used to it now. You know what I mean? Anyway, this part can get confusing. Some people I've seen in the past just like go here, Even though there's no rescue escapee, you just want to go straight. Just recommendation here. Now here, don't try and like go around or anything. Just jump over like I do here. It saves you time. And also same here, you want to try and land on this plank like at the edge of it, just so you can get a better position for the wall jump. And then you get a zipline, cool cutscene again. Now here, you can, if you're in multiplayer, you can go here and wait for the button to be pressed. But if you're going for the button, I do suggest to just kind of slide for the button. You got to kind of wait for a second, you know, like what I do there. Now here, I don't really have much advice besides just kind of knowing where to go and air diving as much as possible if you can. I do really bad job at like air diving properly, but regardless, I still beat it. So if I can beat it with a scuffed up run, you can too. Now here, the zipline kind of slows down, so the momentum of the jump can be what's the right word? Just not there. So when you jump, I suggest giving yourself a couple of seconds to like refocus, because as you're jumping to this platform, you might think it goes way slower when it really doesn't. It's just the zipline. I feel like it kind of messes up your brain a bit, but otherwise, you make it there. There was a box variant there where you could just jump on the platform that you're leading to the wall jump. But it's not there anymore. You know, I guess in like the older version of the map, the first version, it was there, but it's not anymore. So the wall jump is your only savior here. And this wall jump is kind of weird, slightly, just because it's like, it's higher than most. It kind of reminds me of Abyssal Remnants, that last wall jump at the end. My only recommendation here is to just treat it like a normal wall jump. You can't give it too much time and think about it too much, because if you do, you most likely will end up screwing yourself over. That's just me. Now here, these platforms are pretty simple. Now here, this final jump, just don't mess it up, because if you do, then you'll have to restart this map again, and it's like 1 minute and 37 seconds, but it doesn't sound that bad. But I mean, after a while, you don't want to probably like redo it again, especially in a normal server. But yeah, after that, you beat the map. Pretty cool stuff.
Demonstrate.
Well, I hope you enjoyed my breakdown of Duskland Enigma, and I hope you just enjoyed the video in general. This is the end. Ah. I think I might make this into a new series. I'm not sure. If you enjoyed the video, just tell me down below if you want to see more videos like these where I praise maps, you know? Well, hope you all have a nice day. Goodbye.